subscribe, support, stay positive. Hello, folks, and welcome back to another awesome episode of Tommy Talks. Well, I just want to say that SegaCam is not here, but the thing is, it's not because of you guys. It's because he went to go see Godzilla, the 10 o'clock showing of Godzilla. But the thing is, I want to let you know, folks, is there is a thing called staging and fake rivalries. And the thing is, I want to let you know is the thing between me and WereCamp was fake. Apparently, you guys got yourself in such a rage telling SegaCamp and making SegaCamp saying that he wouldn't want to come on my show because of apparently I was talking bad. It was not real. It was fake. So here's the thing. If I want to invite SegaCamp on my show, I can if I want to. You can't tell me what to do because this is my show and I do what I want to. I invite who I want, when I want. In fact, I want to give a shout out to... Hold on a second. I'm trying to... I want to give a shout out to Front Page Tech. He's a very awesome guy. YouTube.com/FrontPageTech. Very cool guy. He talks about technology, and hopefully, I don't know. I'm gonna have a special guest come in, but he's a cool guy also. I'm not gonna reveal who that person is. If he comes in, this special guest, I'm not gonna say who it is. It's a surprise. I know who it is, but if he comes in, we'll have an awesome interview. But you know, the fact is, folks, that here we are in an era of vlogging, and a lot of you have been asking me, Tommy, how do you vlog on a low budget? And can you please help me out with my vlogging? It's simple. This is my camera. It's a wide-angle lens, point and shoot, and it went around $300. But if you don't have the kind of budget that kind of budget like that, here's what I suggest to you. Either, hold on a second, this one is broken, but use this. This is the kind of camera you can use right here. Or also another one you can get for really cheap is they don't make these anymore. I heard they stopped making these flip cameras. These are two different good cameras if you want a low budget. I use, to edit my vlogs together, I use Movie Maker. And these are the two cameras. These are some of the two cameras that I started out vlogging with. This was the original camera. Look how far I've come. Honestly, look, compared to this and this, honestly, the comparison is amazing. But, you know, sorry if my voice is hoarse. I've been sick recently, and so I've been getting over that sickness. And, by the way, check out Front Page Tech. YouTube.com/FrontPageTech. Awesome guy. He's funny. He's charisma. He has charisma. Also, want to give a shout out to Wet Movie One. Give a shout out to Cool Looter. Give a shout out to John the Flickster. Give a shout out to Chris Perillo. And by the way, I just want to say, if you want to meet me in person, come to Seattle, Washington, August the 16th, and you get to meet Tommy NC 2010. And maybe if I can talk Front Page Tech into coming to, maybe he might come to Vlogger Fair. I don't know. Here's the thing, folks. If you're a vlogger and you want to meet other YouTubers, come to Vlogger Fair. Come meet all sorts of interesting people like me and Chris Perillo. The man that created Vlogger Fair. And the fact is, folks, that you have the ability to vlog. Even though you have a low budget and you don't know, okay, you want to know how to vlog? Okay, take your lens cap off or whatever you know, turn your camera on, and Hello, VA vlogging camera. I'm not recording that, but I am working on my vlog. I've been working on my vlog 67 right now. So, I am but the fact is that vlogging is simple. It's like having a conversation with a friend, talking to the person like it's there, talking to people like I'm talking to you right now, talking to a viewer. And a lot of people don't understand that when people are talking to their camera, they're actually talking to people. And you're people also. You are people. You're watching me right now. And the fact is that we as a community and we as a nation are all here as one. You are important, and everyone is important. Your friends, your family. But the fact is, today, we as a nation, we as a people, stand up. We vlog. When the people say, shut off the cameras, we do what we want when we want. And also, this is one of my, I have a new, kind of a new tie here. And, I've, one of my grandfather's old ties. I have a bunch of old ties right here. But, it's like a pot. I have like a pile of ties over here. I need to get tied. I'm just gonna say I'm not that coordinated. And a lot of people are probably gonna demean me because I have, to some of the viewers that are new to the channel here, I have a disability. I can't read and write, but I have a reading machine. And a lot of you are just grinning and saying, "Oh yes, we can say something mean to him." Say something positive. Don't be negative, because the fact is, we're here to do what we want to. We're here to be positive, not negative. And the fact is, folks, if I haven't answered enough of your questions, since I can't read, I will be going at the end of the show to look at everybody's comments and see what they said. So unless somebody comes in here and reads the comments for me, I will not know what people are saying about me. But the thing is that every night, 9:30, I come on here. But here's the thing you should know, folks. I have a life. I do stuff. So if there's not a Tommy Talks on Sundays, I will try my best to tell you guys on the Tommy Talks page that there won't be a Tommy Talks. Also, you can Facebook.com/Tommy Talks, that fan page. Go there and like the page and share it with your friends. And mostly I will post stuff up there that if I'm not doing a Tommy Talks, or if, I'll post up somebody's YouTube channel. But the thing is that I'm really in here for the positive game, to outlight the positivity. And one thing you should know about me, if you don't know a lot about me, I like to wear suits, and I like to be very debonair and very nice. And if you've watched my channel, I would say it's a bit of insanity, but it's I've been here since 2010, and I've tried to do what I can to collaborate with people and to connect with people, and I have done pretty well. I've had YouTubers that I thought I wouldn't even know who I am, and now they know who I am because, well, I would say it's because of my YouTube channel, but also a big part of it was I was on a reality show called MTV's Made. I know I talk about it sometimes, but I don't, because I don't want to build my fame off of my Made episode. That was a long time ago, and this is now. This is the future, and I like to build off of this. I like to build off of you guys. I like to talk to you guys, the fans, and the people that are nice and kind. And the thing is that we, as one, guide as a force to stretch across the galaxy and vlog. All of us are one. And hold on a second. Well, I was gonna save my vlog, but I'm not gonna. I guess I'm not gonna. I will make it a little bit longer, but I will vlog while I'm doing Tommy Talks. Okay? This is show you how I vlog. How Tommy vlogs when he's Oh, hey, folks. So right now I am doing Tommy Talks. There you guys are. That's what it looks like when I'm vlogging you. So that's Tommy Talks, and right now I'm just spreading the message of positivity, and you will see this in my vlog. It says now, understand this might be an extended vlog, but this is 10 things of footage, but I will go possibly on and maybe do some more footage. And sorry, but the thing is that I am really hoarse right now. I'm trying to get my voice back to normal. I should probably have something to drink right now, but you know, just to say, folks, you are the Tommy Nation, and we are rocking it all night long. And remember, folks, as always, stay cool and keep vlogging, because the fact is, I believe in you. I believe in you. So, folks, I'll catch you a little bit later. And with Tommy Talks, we're going to keep on going, seeing if anybody comes in that I invited. But, so, see you a little bit later, folks. Bye-bye. So, folks, that's it. That's how you vlog. That's as simple as just talking to people, talking to the camera, and just doing what you can with the camera. Let's see where I can set this. I'm just gonna put this in my pocket. That's where I put it sometimes, in my pocket. It carries nicely. It takes a little bit of time just to pull it out. I have to be careful when I pull it out. But it's okay. People say, now here's the thing about. Okay, let me demonstrate something about this. With the point and shoot, it has a wide-angle lens on it. Here's the wide-angle lens. Now, if you would look at this, you would just think, wow, that's just the lens. Well, let me demonstrate something to you, folks. Whoops. Well, also, it also unscrews. Here's what it looks like without the wide-angle lens. Now, it's your average camera, but this is the wide-angle lens, and it's a simple job here. Here is the camera, and then here is me attaching it. Okay, there it is. There is the wide-angle lens reattached, and yeah, it's easy to be portable. You can tuck in your pocket. You know, it's easy to put in your top pocket without the wide-angle lens on. But I like to put the whole thing in there and pop it out and surprise people. You wouldn't believe some of the comments I get sometimes. Holy crap! What is that, Tommy? I'm like, it's a camera. And they're like, it's so small. So. What is it? And like, it's a wide-angle lens. It's a wide-angle lens camera that wide-angle lens point and shoot. And but you know, I have to say that I am going to at one point if you guys know who Hamza is, one of my bestest friends. In real life, he is a cool guy, and I've known him for a while.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on?
It's Front Page Tech.
It is. What's going on?
Not much. I'm just doing the show here. I gave you a shout out at the beginning here.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, man. Thanks.
Yes. One thing you should know about John is a very entertaining guy. He's out there. He does tech reviews. He was on Chris Pirillo's show last night, which I know he's a subscriber, a paying subscriber. I learned that last night.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 800 patrons of Chris Pirillo, John is one of the patrons. I did not realize that.
Yeah. This is weird to talk about now. Usually, I forget. I don't know what the level is for the patrons. Like, you know, they have a certain pledge that they can give each month, and there's like you can give like $5 a month, $10 a month, 20, so on and so forth.
Like
I think
100, 100 is basically you get to hang out, and then you get some other stuff.
Yeah, if you pay $50 a month, then you get to hang out. But Chris and I have actually been working on a few projects together, so he sent me the link to the hangout last night, and joined, and it was actually really, really fun. I know that you were watching last night too. What's that?
Are you a patron actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just asking. I don't mean to be weird that way, but
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I appreciate you announcing my subscriber list last night. I was watching the show.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm subscribed to your channel, so I saw it happen.
Yes, I appreciate that. You know, I was explaining to people about vlogging and how simple it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on vlogging?
Well, vlogging is not necessarily something that I do, obviously, but it's definitely a way to get yourself out there, share your interests with the peoples of the interwebs. So for some people, it really, really works. I don't think I would ever. I don't think I'd ever start vlogging because I kind of have my own thing. Some people can pull it off, some people can't. But it all really depends. Like I don't think I can pull it off, but people like Chris can pull it off. People like you can pull it off. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I'm all for it. I'm really interested in it.
By the way, John, have you thought about coming to Vlogger Fair?
Yeah, I have. I don't know if you remember, but you and I talked on Tommy Talks it was almost a year ago. I think the last time I was on here. That was a while ago. And we talked about Vlogger Fair because it was coming up. And at the time, Chris and I had talked about it. But now, like, Chris and I are actually, like, communicating on a daily basis. So I don't know if I could get him to... I would like to go to Vlogger Fair. It just depends on, like, how we could get it done, what we could work out to get the Front Page Tech cruisies there.
Yes, honestly, if you go, you get to meet me. You get to meet me in person because I'm going to Vlogger Fair.
Yeah.
And yes, I am packed and ready, and I am going to Vlogger Fair. I am so excited.
Yeah, I can tell. You've been waiting all year.
Yes, honestly, if I could fly by myself, I'd probably be sitting there in a chair.
Do you save up for it or something?
I am saving up for it right now. Like every penny I can from my job. Like I'm a service clerk, and I save up every dime that I can, and I just put it away. I don't spend any of it.
That's the way to do it.
And I'm like, this pile is for spending, and this pile is for Vlogger Fair.
So you're gonna go. How long is it? Is it just a day this year?
Yeah, it's one day, and I'm just excited to. The experience is I've never been to a convention at all. Never been to a convention. I've never been to Playlist Live. I've never been to Comic-Con. I've never been to all these crazy conventions that they have crazy names to. This would be the first convention that I'm going to go to. And the thing is, I would love to go to the next, maybe 2016 Vlogger Fair, but the thing is, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg right now just going to Seattle. And the thing about it is if Chris has Vlogger Fair somewhere else in another state after this convention, if he decides that, hey, I'm going to do this in Chicago, I'm going to do this in New York, I will be more pertained to come. Like, I'm going this year. I'm pushing myself to go because I want to meet Chris Pirillo in person. I want to meet Shay Carl. I want to meet possibly you and other YouTubers that do what I do and get the experience of just the vlogging, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Vlogger Fair is definitely a different field than a normal convention because, well, obviously it's all about vlogging. So I think he really wants more interaction than you would normally get at a convention. So, which would mean more collaborations and stuff. People that are there are encouraged to, vlog together and collab in each other's videos and stuff. And then people like you team up with someone else, and the videos go on each other's channels. Their audience learns about you, your audience learns about them, and you share the wealth.
Yes. Oh, and man. By the way, how has your channel been doing? I try to watch. I'm subscribed to like 100 channels, and I try to watch everybody's videos. How is your channel doing, by the way?
Good. We've come a long way since I was last on Tommy Talks. I think we're like 7,200 subscribers now. Still with full screen, doing some other work that I can't like really give details to, but things are going really, really well, and potentially going to be doing an actual show with Chris Pirillo, not with him in the actual show, but we would be producing a show for his channel, something similar to Front Page Tech, not exactly Front Page Tech, but something similar. So things are going really, really well, a lot better than the last time we talked.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead. You're good.
So who got a hold of you? Did Chris Pirillo get a hold of you, or did you get a hold of him?
Him and I have talked before, but nothing like too major. And one day he followed me on Twitter, completely caught me off guard. Of course, I freaked out. That's probably my biggest fangirl moment. But then I was like, holy shit, Chris Pirillo followed me on Twitter, and I tweeted that out, and then he replied and was like, check your email. So I checked my email, and he just he found Front Page Tech and found my personal website because I do web design and photography and stuff like that. So we're working on a couple different designs for a couple of his websites that are going to be rolling out the next few months. We're doing a few projects together, including some of the help with his Patreon stuff. I've been editing a lot of his videos that have been going out to the Patreon campaigns. But all in all, it's a really cool experience to be able to work with someone like that. Obviously, we've watched him for years. I've watched him for years. And then somebody like that recognizes the skills that I have and the value that I have. And now I get to work with him and communicate with him on a daily basis, which is really, really cool.
John, I'll be honest. The first time Chris Pirillo noticed me, I was with a friend, and I sent him a letter. And he showed the letter in his video, and I pretty much freaked out. I just wasn't expecting for him to get the letter at that time. And I made a reaction video to me freaking out like he's Jack Nicholson. Practically, I hope if Chris Pirillo hears this, he is practically like the Jack Nicholson of YouTube. And I don't mean to condemn any other YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers that are just other famous actors, but because reason why I say that is because Chris Pirillo asked me to do a Jack Nicholson impression, and that was the first impression he ever asked me to do, and it was amazing when he first came on my show. Myself as a person, to be honest with you, man, I don't see myself as the biggest person in the world. I don't see myself as the biggest celebrity out there. I just see myself as Tommy NC 2010, average YouTuber. And when Chris Pirillo, somebody that's popular and has been on, these famous shows and stuff like that, noticed me, it was just engulfing in my stomach to realize I can collaborate with people like Chris. I can collaborate with people like you, and express the positivity.
Yeah. Well, just think when you and I last talked, I probably had 1,500 subscribers then, and now it's up to 7,200. All I want is 10,000. That's like my life goal. Like in the next couple months, I want 10,000. I'll be happy. We'll move on to the next goal. And then look at you. Now you're past 1,000. I think when I started watching you, you had like 500, so you've gotten quite a few since then.
That's one of my biggest goals. I want to get one of those placards that I'm just going to put it right on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to put it somewhere here on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just going to be like one of the greatest goals in my life. Now, 20,000 is the big goal. You know,
What are you talking about, Tommy? Don't stop till you hit 1 million.
I know. And the thing is that I'm never going to stop unless my heart stops. Unless the day that I pass away, that's the only thing that's going to stop me from making videos. And my love, my passion for this business, I said in the vlog, I said, I like filmmaking, and vlogging is filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have it off on the runners, but the thing is that my love, my passion has been growing since day one. And if any YouTuber knows, they picked up a camera and said, I want to be somebody. And they turned on that camera and people said, oh, he's just self-absorbed. No, 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 no. It's not self-absorbed. It's the fact that you have a love, you have a passion, and you never stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, folks. Never stop believing. And not the wrestler from WWE, like yourself as a person. You can be what you want to today. John chose to be a YouTuber. He believes in himself as a person. His crew believes in John. I believe in you as a nation. You can do what you put your mind to. Inspire and create something amazing. If you're not just vlogging, you're painting, you're an artist, you're a skateboarder, a famous skateboarder, put your mind to something and go on and do great things because you have the power to do great things. Everybody has the ability to do something in this world. You're not insignificant. You are somebody. You are amazing. You're on fire, man. I believe in you as a person. So take what I say and go off and do something amazing. Because I believe in you. I believe in you. Okay, just listen to me. Listen to me. I believe in you as a person. You can do amazing things. You were born on this earth to do amazing things. Never, ever let anybody tell you any less. Because people have told me that in the past. You know what I did? I dusted myself off, and I kept on trucking. And look where I am today. I was on MTV. I made a movie. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I'm not perfect. I have a disability. My brain is not like everybody else's. My brain is scattered. I'm not perfect. I put a suit and tie on and I try to be what I can. But you, as a person, has the ability to do. It has those good things about yourself that you can read. Go on and do great things. Because with great power comes great responsibility.
And there's the quote.
As always, I say this. I'm not ending the show like this. And I say keeping you on the inside fact. And that's the fact that you are amazing. That you are incredible as a person. You were born as a seed inside your mother's belly. And then you grew into a human being and became amazing. You can be amazing. John is amazing. Chris Pirillo's amazing. Cool Duder's amazing. James Worley is amazing. Vlogging Montana is amazing. Mark Hyder is amazing. Everybody in this world matters. Just take what your talents give you and fly with it. Fly away and become yourself.
Just where the crowd gives you a standing ovation.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
no
sorry.
problem. So, okay, I'll ask you a question.
Yes?
Okay, so you hit 1,000 subscribers the other day.
Yes?
What out of the okay? So there's three basic things: the made episode, right?
Yes?
The making of your movie, and now your YouTube career. What are you most proud of?
Well, I have a hard time wondering what it is, but it's just everything. I like honestly in the beginning, I never thought I'd have this. I never thought I'd have fandom. I never thought that people would know who I am across the world. And I don't know what to be proud of because deep down, I don't feel that big. I don't. I feel like a small person in this retrospect of everything. And I may be a loud, big person, but the thing is that my self-conscience is this big. And in the retrospect, I don't know what to think about in the perspective of having 1,000 subscribers. I've never had that feeling, and to have fame and glory, I don't know how to feel about it because the fact is that I take life and I just live it because one day I might not be here. I might not be here because who knows what will happen in my life because I love living life. I live life and entertain. And that's why I love you, Hollywood, because it is what I make it. It is what you make it, folks. Life is not going to dump a gigantic load in your lap and say, take this and go run off with it. And you have to take that big load and you have to scramble it into something and make it what you believe. And it's obviously that life gave me vlogging. And it gave John tech reviews. It gave him funny videos that he puts on YouTube and reviewing of different stories, news stories, because the fact is, folks, me and John, Chris Perillo, all the YouTubers out there that make videos are there making a purpose in life. And I'm not saying you're less of a person because you don't make videos. I'm saying this is your chance to start making videos and to do something interesting. You know, you can maybe film yourself painting or something, or skateboarding, doing skateboarding vlogs, putting your GoPro camera on your skateboard, or doing something interesting in life. Because you have one life. You have one life to live, and then it's going to be gone someday, and then you're going to look back as an old man and regret that you didn't do something in your life. And the thing is with me, my heart is big, is gigantic for everything I do. Everything I push myself into, I try to do the best I can since I'm not blessed with the most perfect brain in the world. And I wish I had a brain like everybody else and I could add and subtract and read books and go crazy and create my own titles without having to read it from a machine. But the thing is that I keep trucking. That's what I keep doing. Inspiration moves me, folks. It moves me to do better things.
Well, you got to keep in mind that not everyone needs to be normal. There's enough normal people in the world.
Yeah.
If Tommy Fenton was normal, he probably
Tommy
wouldn't
NC 2010?
Tommy NC 2010.
Yeah. I know who I am as a person, but I try to be the best character that I can. And I think sometimes it's as bad, but I think sometimes if I did die, what would people say at my funeral? Honestly, it's sad. It's sad to think like that, but you know, what would be that final moment that people would be sitting at the coffin or just sitting at the grave, and what would they finally say about me? Either it would be positive or negative. You know, what would be going through people's mind? the last show of the entertainer, and the end is near for all of us. But we live life and we know the end is near, but we keep trucking because we love doing what we do.
True that. True that, yo.
And, I never thought, honestly, it was my mom's idea that I get on YouTube. She didn't think it would go this far with me just vlogging every single day and doing what I'm doing. And I've kept making videos since day one. And my energy is on cloud 9 right now. It's just flying and soaring as fast as it can, John.
Mm-hmm. What are your, do you have any immediate plans going into the future? Like, where do you want to take your channel? Where do you want to take Tommy Talks?
Honestly, I'm just traveling on about what I'm doing right now, and I'm trying my best just to understand life and do what I can. I don't know where to go exactly right now. If one door opens up for me and I walk through it, it happens. Where my feet take me, where I go. And I'm not living for tomorrow. I'm living for today, and I'm just going by the seat of my pants and where I go.
That's the way to do it. I'm telling you, when you're doing online media in general and just creating content, that's basically your only choice. And but the best part about that is things could be going a certain way one day, and the next day everything is completely different. Everything changes. A new opportunity comes up. For example, we were just doing the show, whatever. We've done it. We were doing it almost every day for like 6 months, and then the network Full Screen came along and found us and signed us, and then we've had other opportunities. Coca-Cola found us, and obviously said some nice things to us. Sent us some Cokes to drink with our mouthsies, and then something happens, like Chris Pirillo finds us, and then there you go. There's another opportunity. So that's kind of the beauty of what we do here.
I sent the link to Chris Pirillo. I sent it to his Facebook, but I don't know if he would even come in or not. I know he's probably busy vlogging.
I told him I was going to be on the show.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say to you?
He hasn't gotten back yet. He's probably very, very busy.
Yes, Chris Pirillo is. The fact that Chris Pirillo even mentioned me last night, and when he, was talking about me, I felt very warm inside that he knows who I am, and I took time. I made a Diana figure. Did you see that?
Yeah. He showed it in the vlog, I'm pretty sure. I think I saw when you made it first, and then you sent it off to him, and then it was in the vlog.
Yeah. It was funny. I made Diana too dark. I was like, shoot. But I sent it to her anyway.
What are you going to do?
She was like looking at it, and she's like, what is that? And I'm like, the thing was, it was an iPhone Gold, and it was a Starbucks cup in her hand. And I didn't know what it was.
Don't you have a lot of those selling in like a local shop?
Huh?
In Black Mountain? Don't you have a lot of your figures and stuff selling in a shop in Black Mountain?
Yeah, it's called Schifferobe, and it's in Black Mountain, North Carolina. And I've been selling them there, and it's been kind of slow. I haven't made any figures recently because when business is slow, you have to slow down, but I might start making one again. But I'm like, if I make one for a YouTuber, I don't want to charge money, but if I have to... John, what would you think if I made one of you?
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Would you purchase it?
Yeah, probably. I'd probably purchase it.
Okay. I just was asking. I don't want to be trying to extort money from you, but I was just...
No, I'll totally purchase it. Make me a figure, give me a price, and I'll pay the price.
Well, my round prices for... I'm just going to give you a heads up. My round prices for the heads are $10, and the big-bodied one are $20. So that's how much I sell them for.
Okay, big body one. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I could do.
There's enough footage of me on the internet, enough pictures of me on the internet. Just Google image search me.
Yeah, of course I'm friends with you on Facebook.
Oh yeah, we are, aren't we?
I remember the first time I friended you. You friended me on Facebook, and I found your channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is bigger than me. I'm like, wow, he's actually interesting. I mean, you actually gave me a shout out on one of your videos, and I was like, holy crap, this guy is bigger than me, and he's actually interested in me.
I can't remember how I found you exactly. Actually, yeah, I can. I lied. I'm a total liar. I think I found you through Chris Perillo. I think he said something about you on a blog. And I looked your channel up, and I found you, and I found your Made episode, and then I subscribed, and I've literally watched every single video since then because I'm a stalker.
You told me, you said that on one of the first episodes of Tommy Talks, well, the Tommy Talks we had, you said that you spent hours and hours just watching my videos. Remember you said?
No joke. I think it was at least within the first week that I found you. My friend and I, the one that does the show with me, just sat down, and there's something about Tommy and C2010 that you can't like stop watching. So we just sat there and couldn't turn away. So we went through hundreds of your videos within that week. No joke, Tommy. I've seen the main episode 4 or 5 times. Not a joke.
What was your opinion on the puke scene?
I died every time. I still die every time I see that scene. And if anyone like I've had friends and stuff that they've either known about you or known that I was on Tommy Talks or whatever, and because I'm subscribed to you on YouTube, so inevitably somebody's gonna see you, and that is what I always show them. The first thing anyone ever sees of Tommy and C2010, if I get to show them, it is the Made episode and the puke scene, specifically.
I'll be honest with you.
That is television gold.
I will give you behind-the-scene knowledge of that scene. I was doing really bad with Chusey. I was doing crappy, and he actually had disowned me, because if you remember in the scene, Chusey disowned me, but there was a few other scenes that we shot that didn't make it into the Made episode where I was on the phone with Chusey, and I was basically getting his trust back, and he just said, well, Tommy, meet me out at this park, and then my phone screwed up. It died on me. It just went, it died on me. It didn't say, I don't give a damn, I'm dying on you, buddy. And I freaked out. But the thing is that here's what I ate that day. I had pickles.
A lot of stuff.
I had pickles, and what they didn't show you was I had pizza, mashed potatoes, and chocolate milk. But they didn't show you that part. They did not show you that part at all. And here's the thing. Chusey gets me on. I apologize to him. We're talking. He's walking me up towards this hill. I'm like, where is Chusey taking me? I'm like, crap. What is he doing? So we get up to this hill. I'm like, I'm wearing a 3-piece suit, and I'm wearing a vest, and as you saw in the footage.
Tommy attire.
And I'm like, oh, you want me to run up this hill? He's like, yes, I want you to run up this hill. I do this every single day. And I'm like, I exercise. I walk a little bit, but this is how much I exercise. Like, not that much. I don't exercise that much. I walk around more now that I'm out of school. Like, but the thing is, like, I get to this hill, I start running. I'm like, I can do this. And then eventually I lost my balance. I tripped. And all that food just said, my stomach was just like, it was basically like, Tommy, I don't agree with this exercise. You shouldn't be doing this. And I'm just like, my brain is just like, I can't help it. I have to do it. He's forcing me to. And my first thought was I wasn't feeling good. I was undoing my tie, and I was just like, oh, shoot, it's going to happen. I'm like, this is going to be fun for national television. You can hear me say that out loud. Oh, this is going to look good on national television.
Oh, God, it was so good.
Chusey says, the funniest line ever, he says, that's going to look good on television. That stuff's going to be looking good in a few more.
How long, like when they actually shot the episode to when it came out, how long did it take for them to actually get the episode
6 months,
out?
I think
6 months, wow.
At 6 months, he came down, and he actually, behind the scenes, he bought me dinner at a Pizza Hut. And he we had a good. We were just chilling and talking, and he wanted to learn some stuff about me, and basically when you get in front of Tommy NC 2010, you're basically going on a roller coaster. That's what you're doing. I'm grabbing you by the hand and saying, "Come join me." I basically take you for a runabout. But the thing is he was hooked, and my family, we adopted him. We kind of miniaturely adopt him as our own brother, as our own kind of part of our family. And he's a very good friend of mine still. I still talk to Chusey. Sometimes he's off making films. I talk to Andrew whenever I can. He doesn't work for Made. He's a entrepreneur, so he does videos for other people also.
Mm-hmm.
But being on Made was a different experience. It was very. But here's the thing, folks. How I got onto Made was they came to my school and they interviewed me. And here's what was different about my interview. They were asking me, and they said, "What's your likes?" And I was like, "Oh, I like the Joker." And I'm like, "Really?" I said, "So can you do your impression?" I did my impression, and I let out my Joker laugh. And no doubt I jumped at the lady while I was laughing, and she jumped out of her chair. Literally. I think she possibly peed herself, but I can't remember. But she jumped out of her chair because I was like, "Oh, I'm so serious." And she jumps out of her chair and she's like, What do you want to be, Tommy?" I'm like, "I'd like to be a movie director."
And there it goes. It was sold after that.
Well, here's the thing. Hannah, I don't know if you've ever seen the episode with Hannah. She was wanting to be a rapper.
No, the only Made episode I've ever seen is yours.
Oh, really? Okay, There was one girl ahead of me, Hannah. She's in Hollywood now. But she got made into a rapper. People watched the show, but it was a good episode. But then they called me around Christmas time, and I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a serious prank. And so when that happened, I was like, "You're serious?" And he's like, "Yes, my name is Garrett, and I'm the head of MTV's Made, and I'd like to see if you'd like to have a cameraman sent down to you and film your episode." And I'm like, "You're damn sure I'm going to do that, sir." I don't want to do. But from that day forward, I launched myself into, my parents even said to me, "Tommy, MTV is a big thing out there. That's a big name. MTV makes fun of people. And you would be the perfect person to make fun of, to make you look like a goof." Because, Tommy, you're not exactly normal. Your head is not all there. And I'm like, "Yes, I know, but there's my chance to be out there, to people know for who I am." And
hey, at least y'all knew what was going on.
And I did. Originally, did you know I didn't know what MTV Made was when they came to my school. I didn't watch Made. All I watched was TBS and maybe YouTube occasionally before I started making YouTube videos. And I would watch Onision, Cool Duder, and some other people on YouTube and stuff like that. And honestly, I times. But honestly, I went with the vibe. I went with what I went with, and to this day, I don't regret a single thing that I've done in the past on my career down this road of being an entertainer and being who I am today. And everything in my room screams for who I am. My DVD collection, my Wolf of Wall Street poster, my Jackie Gleason poster, all my little scrambled pictures here of friends and stuff like that, and my needle felt over here.
How do you make those, by the way? I don't understand how they're made.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me demonstrate to you. This is foam. This is neat. This is the foam that you make it on.
Okay.
And this is the device you make it with.
What the hell?
It's basically neat. Those are barbs. Those are barbs, and you stick that into the felt. This is felt. This is off of a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is sheep's wool. They shave it off a sheep. But basically what you do is you just stick it. You do that for hours and hours. You just stick it and stick it and stick it.
And then eventually, like, I just don't understand. What kind of knowledge does this require? How does that felt become a figure?
Well, here's the thing. Let me show you. This is what I call the innards of a figure. This is what it's basically right here. It looks creepy, but this is the innards of a figure. Mm-hmm. This is like 10 figures in one, possibly, that I could possibly make, you know. And basically I take that needle and I go like this. I just start needling it. I just start working on it and the wool tightens. It just tightens. And so, you know, it's what I do. You know, basically it's like kind of my small entrepreneur business, what I've been doing here on YouTube. And, you know,
how'd you get started in that? How'd you learn?
Well, okay, one of my teachers at Owen High School, I'm not going to say her name, but right. There was a special ed class, and what happened was basically I was in a special ed class, and she was trying to teach us a job entrance. We would clock in and do a job, basically, and we would make these little figures in her class. And I came into her class, and I started making it, and she saw my development and how my creativity was. And I made a figure so amazing, a Two-Face figure. And she was so astounded by this thing. It was so weird and interesting at the same time. And she said, Tommy, take the reins of the needle felting class and just make what you want to. We'll make the rounds for you, and you just make what you want to make.
So this was an actual class in your school?
Yeah, it was an actual class.
That's
and
cool.
Here's what happened. I fell into a lull during my career here on YouTube. I was bored. I didn't know what to do. I like vlogging and stuff like that, but I was bored. Honestly, I didn't know what to do. And I was like,
you get kind of burnt out.
Yeah, you burn out on YouTube because it's like there's all sorts of things you can do here on YouTube and watch videos, but there's nothing really hands-on you can do. I was like, you know what? Needle felting. I'm like, that's a crazy idea, and it's going to cost a lot of money to do it. And so eventually I saved my money up, and I got a hold of the old teacher through some connections I had, and she said, okay. I gave her a lot of money and said, this is how much I want. And she's like, okay, Tommy, I'll get it for you. And I just started making figures again. I just up and made figures, and I've made different figures in the past. But
do you have a PayPal account?
What?
Do you have a PayPal account?
No, I don't.
No? All right. Well, we'll figure out a way to get that $20 to you.
Okay, and I have to, at some point I will circle a time that I can start working on it. Okay, don't send your money to me just yet. I don't want to delay you, but I'm gonna start working on it at some point. Okay.
Alrighty, it's cool.
But it takes time. If you want this thing to look good, it's gonna take time to make this figure, because I did it on a live broadcast with Chris. You saw me working on his figure. It took time to make his and Benjamin's. So if you want it to look good, it's just going to take some time. And I promise you, when it gets done, just send me your address and I will mail it to you.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Well, I think I might end the show. Is that chill with you? And you can you stay a little bit after or to talk?
I can stay a second.
Okay. Well, folks, as always, I am Tommy NC2010. Thank you for watching Tommy Talks. I hope you had an awesome time watching the show. Remember, 9:30 on Sundays, maybe on Saturdays at 9:30. Also, if I can't do it on Sundays. But here's the thing. As always, I'm Tommy NC 2010, and this is John from Front Page Review.
Front Page Tech. Close enough.
Page Tech. Check him out. He's pretty cool. He's pretty insane and mumble and jumbling and getting there in the main brain. I wore this up my ass for a year. Some people say Marcellus Wallace doesn't have a heart. I'm sorry.
It was fun. It was fun hanging out.
Keeping you on the inside. Fact.